as you've heard, our government is committed to building the awareness of organ donation. And as Ainsley mentioned, the three areas, I won't repeat all of those comments, but I just want to say that our Premier is very committed to making sure that by the year 2005, that the organ donation will be doubled what it is today, more so. And to see what you've done in motivating some of those young people, and I hope they will in turn motivate others. I think it's important. It starts certainly at that age. I want to just, for my own part, is say to you all to go back and encourage people to sign that organ donor card and make everyone know the importance of giving a life. And it was nice to hear Ainsley talk about when the families that have loved ones that have donated organs, what they feel, and it's almost like they live on through other people. And I think that is so important for people to realize that they're not giving something up, but what they're doing is giving life to someone else. And so on behalf of the Government of Ontario, I am honored to congratulate George Marcello in the recognition of your support of organ donation. Your efforts to raise awareness of the importance of organ donation will inspire individuals across Canada as you journey through their cities and towns on your Canada Day Walk 500. And it's signed by the Honourable Frank Cleese, MPP for Oak Ridges. George, would you please come over?
Thank you, Tina. Thank you, George. Our last speaker is the person for whom this podium was built. Ladies and gentlemen, Mayor Bill Bell.
Thank you, Warren. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. George, you also inspire old people, I want to tell you that. I'm very proud to have joined in the walk today, and we had a great chat as we came up Bathurst Street and along Major Mackenzie. And you know, you've heard people talk about awareness, and I know that Canadians are very caring people. This is something they really don't think about. And if they do think about it without education, they maybe get turned off a little bit. And I think you've made great yards in overcoming that. And George actually gave me a proclamation, which I'm to take to council, and which I'll do with love. So you've heard all of it. I want to thank everybody who's joined the walk. That's 20 to 25 people. Touching that Bathurst there, and all over the flame. So George, the message is getting across. You are creating awareness. I am the last speaker. There are goodies over here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much, Mayor Bell. A couple of closing remarks, and again, thank you all for coming. And thank you, George. We will all be watching the future 400 or whatever number of days it is with great interest, and wish you well. Very pleased to be part of the walk here at York Central. George asked me to announce that there are posters which he has available, and he will sign and I guess give to you to take so you can promote the walk. Thank you again very much for coming, and your refreshments are there. Thank you very much.
So is that girl pregnant?
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
How many did you have?
It's pretty young, but then again.
Good God. It's Clint Eastwood. With a lot more hair.
I have autoimmune hepatitis.
Okay, and when did you get that diagnosis?
Approximately 3 years ago.
Okay, so can you expand on it? Tell me a little bit about how you felt when you found out, and how you have to go on the waiting list and all that, like the process.
Well, actually, I didn't know until I got pink eye, and my mom thought it was weird because it took a long time for it to go away, and she brought me for a medical, and they did a full medical on me, like a full physical, and when they checked my blood results were a bit awkward. And actually before that, I had went to a doctor and they had checked my platelet level, and it came back at about 66, I believe. And he said that was okay, or around that anyways. And I went to my own doctor, and that's when he did the physical, and he said something's wrong. And that's when they started checking up a bit more, and then they sort of diagnosed it as autoimmune hepatitis and a few other things. And then when they did a further analysis of it, it came back as autoimmune hepatitis.
So can you tell me a bit about how you felt when you found that out?
I didn't feel any way. It was more or less that, I guess, I didn't believe it because I looked fine from the outside, and the only thing that was wrong with me was my results. So it's sort of hard to kind of put it into perspective when you look fine, yet they're saying one thing and you are seeing something else. So I didn't really feel any way.
So can you tell me a bit about the process right now?
Right now, they had thought of putting me on the waiting list. However, they want to hold off a bit because I guess my medication is starting to help my results a bit, and I think 2 out of the 3 results are still the same. They still have normal, and the rest of them are improving very slowly. So they want to hold off a bit and wait to see what happens. I mean, eventually I'll probably still have to get a transplant, but for now, I don't need it.
That's good. So is this something that's common in a female of your age, or?
I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I would not know.
Okay, and what is it that you hope for in the future?
I hope that possibly I won't have to get a liver transplant, but if I do, that anybody who sees this, I mean, there's hope. I mean, I guess a living example. I started off pretty bad, and I mean, I got angry at times, and I came off the medication totally, and I guess my results went pretty low, and then I had to start all over again. But there's always a chance that it could improve, and even for the time being, I mean, you just have to kind of just look at it as something that you have to go through. And once you get through it, and I mean, wherever you may end up, it's not really that bad once you get through it. It's almost like you can almost be an example to someone else and kind of say, well, I've been through it, and I mean, at times it may be bad, but kind of look at it as maybe something that will make you stronger in the end process, I guess. So.
Right. Is there anything that you want to, any final thoughts that you want to add to?
Just to be strong, I guess. That's about it. Don't make it get you down. Kind of just smile and know that there's other people who are going through the same